Thank you. I want to welcome everybody. I will go real quick into this teaching because I've got a lot to talk about. My friend has already introduced me. I've been the first speaker the day Luna was talking about the marine, the ship. It got me like I was just thinking about my past and present as well. So I've been as a marine engineer, as a sailor for 18 years before I relocated to Canada, and I've been 6 years here and also working as my friend said, I'm working currently with the Canadian Armed Force as a marine systems engineering officer in training. Okay, today I'll be talking about relationship and family. Now, I'll say I am not an expert in relationship and family, but I am bringing in 20 years experience having one relationship with one woman. I have 4 kids by the grace of God, and I'm also bringing over 20 years experience in my career, and I'm also bringing over 30 years experience with God. So the relationship I'm going to be talking about is between God and man. So when we talk about God, I know this platform is open to everyone, not just for Christians. It's open to everyone, the Muslims, the Buddhists, the Scientologists, the pagans. Everyone is welcome. You only just have to take in what you have and what you get to take in and practice and see how it works for you in your relationship. Okay, I would like to share my screen if you don't mind. So I made a request.
You should have access. I just allowed you up.
Okay. Okay. So can you see my screen?
We see you. Yeah, we can see your screen. We see your desktop.
All right. Okay, so I will be talking about for the unstoppable today. I'd like to explore deep wisdom and family and relationships as well. So for this summit, we have some key themes that has to do with understanding relationships and family, theory of communication, the primary and secondary models, aims and objectives, which has to do with spirituality between man and God. And also I'm going to be talking about exclusive VIP gifts for attendees and how to connect with Bob at the end. I have a lot of slides. I'm not sure how I'm going to say this in between the few minutes I have, but if not, there are lots of, for those that are connect with the VIP, you're going to get more of these slides dissected in my blog websites and also my YouTube channel. So for today, I want to talk about the basic theory, communication theories that has to do with relationship and how to understand relationships and families. Now, for if you're struggling with relationship in your marriage, in your business, in your career, this is a good time to understand and take note of the slides that you are interested in to learn. I'm going to be talking about, so let's see what the definition of relationship is. Relationship is a connection between 2 or more people, typically based on trust, mutual respect, love, and support. So that's a definition, but I would also like to say that relationship can vary greatly in their dynamics and can involve any combination of emotions, activities, and commitment levels. Now, people can define relationship in different ways. You can define relationship based on your current situation in that relationship. So it depends on how you want to define, but this is how I can define relationship between the connection between 2 or more people. And for family, the definition is that family is a group of 2 or more persons related by birth, marriage, or adoption who live together. All such related persons are considered as members of one family. So that is the definition of that. Now we will look at an overview of communication theory in relationships and family. For that, we have the message transmission process. I'm going to be talking about this. Like I said, I will be a little bit fast. So whatever you need to grab, you can grab them. But trust me, you're going to get more in the VIP package, which is dealt in deeply. So we have this 3-stage of this overview: message transmission process, improving interaction and conflict resolution when we talk about relationship and family. Now this is a little diagram here that has to do with the secondary communication. Now what do I mean? In communication, because relationship had to do with communication, whether you have a relationship with God or you have a relationship with man in your workplace, what we are doing right now had to do with communication. So communication is all about a message, input message here, in an original message that is being imputed into the system, and this message will be transmitted. So in this transmission here, the transmission will be modulated into frequencies. So this modulation will be we have either FM, AM, VHF, UHF, and the rest of them in this transmission stroke medium channel. Now, in the case where you have transmission and reception together, it becomes a noise. And that is why when you communicate with your God, you communicate with your spouse, what happens is that one person will listen and the other person would receive it. So the other person, you transmit your message and the other person receives it and send it back. So that is what communication is. So when it's modulated, it's being transmitted here and it's being received by the receiver. So once it's received, the message will be amplified and demodulated and also sent out to the output message. So that's a summary of the secondary communication that I can say here. Like I said, all of these are dealt with in my blog website. Each of these are huge topics to talk about that has to do with communication and relationship. And so this is a primary communication that I would love each and every one of us to understand. If you can understand this, then my message has been brought to you easily. Now, if you see this primary communication, we have the antennas, the radios and antennas, which is HF, UHF, line of sight. This is UHF line of sight. They are all communication and radio antennas. These are communication links. The black lines are communication links that interfaces between the radio antennas and the black patch panels. These are also relationship. In relationship, you have the user. Like if you see here from my legend, you'll see the symbols of this. The green is the radio SOC antenna. The blue is the user systems. The red are the cryptos, the secure and the unsecure. So what am I saying? In relationship, there are times that you need to encrypt your message. You don't have to say everything. You have to code, especially those that are in marriage relationship. If you are in any marriage relationship, there are some messages that needs to be encrypted. There are some messages, sometimes you need to decrypt it in order for the person to understand, to be readable for someone to understand. So if you see this blue here on board the ship, on board the vessel or the ship, we have what they call the shincom. This is the shincom. The shincom is a communication means between, it's like a telephone. It communicates between the receiver and the user. So, and all of these are communication means. So I just try as much as to get this to be understood. So let's understand that in communications, there are encryptions and there are antennas. There are different means of receiving and transmitting communication in relationship. So by explaining further about the primary and secondary drawings I made. You can see relationship about these red balls having their lines connected with each other. So if you are in a relationship, you should know that there should be a connectivity. From my definition, I talked about connection. Relationship is all about connection. So there should be a connection between you and your spouse, you and your boss, you and your mentor, you and everything. So that connection should be cordial. That connection should be relational when you are in a relationship. So the three forms of the explanation is: the primary drawing represents core communication and main message exchange between participants. While the secondary drawing I mentioned, the secondary drawing illustrates extended or layered interactions in communication beyond the core message. And the purpose of the model is that these models clarify different interactions layers to enhance understanding of relational communication. And that brings me to the next slide, which has to do with relevance of effective communication in strengthening connections. So this, I will not dwell here that much, but the three relevance that we have is building trust. How many of you will agree with me? If you agree with me that trust is one thing that is necessary in relationship, you can type in the chat box and say yes. So building trust, cultivating empathy, and enhancing understanding. For the purpose of time, I'm not going to go deep into them, but like I said, you're going to get these in your VIP package when you subscribe to the VIP packages.
Thank you once again for listening to this message, as we hope it has been a blessing to you. Our vision is a world united in and for Christ. Our purpose is to use all available online and social media platforms for preaching, teaching, and healing in order to bring lost souls back to God through Jesus Christ. It is your love, support, and partnership that makes Daily Digest Global possible. Please visit us online at www.dailydigestglobal.com or catch up with our conversations and fresh posts on all our social media platforms, which are Daily Digest Global on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, X, TikTok, or join our channel on WhatsApp, Daily Digest Global. On www.dailydigestglobal.com, we offer you daily content which stands as your daily devotional to enrich your spirit, mind, and get you started for the day. For more products, partnership, or to join our weekly YouTube program, tagged Daily Digest Transformational Discipleship, or one of our live events around the world, log on to dailydigestglobal.com. You could pull a call across to us or send a WhatsApp message to +1 306 515 1573. That is +1 306 515 1573. Daily Digest Global, translating vision into reality.